this is my tutorial, right, for my Photoshop style. So I normally make every image in the same size. I make it in this album size. And that's just for sake of convenience if I want to use it for my music. So I would say what I normally use as images, right, is random stuff on my phone. Could be of people, of musicians, of celebrities, of anyone I think is interesting. But oftentimes I use a lot of political or historical forms of source material. And sometimes they make sense, sometimes they don't, right? So this image, right? This image is an image of an atomic bomb being dropped near the Samoan Islands. Let me see where I got it from. But yeah, I pull a lot of kind of like sometimes niche, sometimes not niche images of stuff, right? And it's just based off of stuff that I've been reading or based off of stuff that I'm just interested in at the moment. Isn't always political, but I feel like I always sneak some sort of political elements into my artworks of some sort. Always sneak some sort in there. Yeah, so Bikini Atoll, it's like, wow. Samoan Islands, right? It's crazy, these people would see these bombs being dropped all the time because we'd be testing them, stuff like that. That's where they got the inspiration for SpongeBob, if you didn't know. But yeah, that's where that came from. And yeah, so that's gonna be our first image. Let me open it up. Okay, so yeah, I got the image open up. And I have this other one that I found as well. And the image source is, I remember because I looked it up pretty recently, Fourth Industrial Revolution. So, let me see. I don't really understand these concepts too well. I'm not like, I want to learn more about it, but obviously like it takes a lot to wrap your head around these concepts of technology and how advanced they are. I feel like the public understanding, our understanding of even how the stuff that we use right now is, we don't even fully know how it works. It's made so that it's easy for us to, for us to use and use efficiently, but we don't exactly know how they work. So illustrated understanding of Internet of Things, right? I learned what these terms were today. And I don't know if it's these people controlling it with their heads. I would hope not, but honestly, that's what it probably is. Sensors, technology. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. It's like, what is all of this? And it's not like conspiratorial. Like, this is publicly released. It's just like, you don't have like New York Times reporting on it because like, what even is this? But like, if I see this image, it's like, okay, like I have a circle, there is a circle, and then an arrow going to a drone. It's like, are these guys controlling it with their heads? Like, what? That's crazy to me, right? Okay, so that's my other image. And sometimes I just see what other images I have here, right? And this is Judge Judy when she was young. I downloaded it a couple days ago. Very attractive lady she was in her prime. Let's see what else I got here. Continue shopping. Let me just download the synth, use it as part of the artwork. And I feel like anything can be used as artwork almost. Anything and nothing, it's all about what effects you apply to it. So I'm trying to think what else. Maybe just one more image would be good. Maybe another woman. I'm thinking of not Sarah Silverman. Someone else. Jane from Breaking Bad, because it's really just stuff that's on my head, like sometimes it's personal stuff, sometimes it's just random things I'm thinking about, right? So I just gotta I don't know, I like this photo of her, let's download that, and yeah, that's what I have, and one more image, and that's that. Ooh, and these shorts, right? I own these pair of shorts, I wear them a lot. And yeah, so first, sometimes I often have just a white background and I apply other stuff to it. But this is the secret formula, right? The secret formula is you get the quick selection tool and you select your image, you know, you select the focus of the image, right? The stuff that is in the background, what you want in the image, you select it, right? And it can be with the pen tool, it can be anything, right? And then I select the mask, and it's like the image is like this, right? But I feather it. This is always what I do. I feather it, maybe smooth it a little bit, but feather is like the main thing. Sometimes I feather it like dramatically like this, or sometimes it's just a light feather to smooth out the edges, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna feather her like around that much, and yeah. So it's a pretty dramatic feather, I would say. And I drag it in. This is too big, too large. Okay, and then I convert to smart object, and then sometimes there's these little like edges I want to get rid of because it doesn't look as clean, right? You got these edges here. Her head is cut off at the top, but that doesn't matter. And yeah. So okay, so I have her here, right? Let's just leave her there for now. Let's see what else. Ooh, I want to work with this one. So I either use a quick select or I use a lasso, right? And I never, ever take a long time on my lasso. I'm sure people that are good at not good at Photoshop, but people who like do this professionally, they probably take a long time. Like they use the pen tool, which is just like similar to it, and they probably really make sure everything is perfect. But I'm just not like that. I don't care. I think the feathering normally takes out most of the imperfections, but I think it's okay, As long as the artwork is good in the end, that's all that matters to me. So I'm gonna apply this. I like how that looks. Okay. So you might be saying, okay, this looks not that good, right? So it's honestly always how you layer things. And I use a lot of the time these sort of like layer blending options for like the colors, right? So I'm gonna get rid of her for a little bit and just focus on this image, try to make it look good. Sometimes I change the colors of it here, and because how the other filters look, right? It distorts the color oftentimes, right? So if I change like the default color, it'll give it a different look in the different filters, right? So yeah, I'm making it more like yellowish, and I'm trying to see what kind of look I can get. It's all off of the feeling. It's all off of the feeling. It's like anything can be done, right? So I'm gonna copy this, right? Lift it up, and then I'm gonna Control T it, right? Control T so you can transform it, and I'm gonna flip it. Ooh, okay, it looks good. I'm gonna flip it, and then I'm gonna warp it a little bit. So warp it where it kind of stretches out. I'm gonna warp it just kind of warp it in a little bit. Warp it in, and then okay. And so yeah, I kind of extended the image there. Let me see what I can do to it. Ooh, I like how that looks. Yeah, so it's crazy. Like you have these soldiers above the other soldiers. Like it's crazy. Like I don't know what all these arrows are, but they really give it a nice look to the image, right? And man, sometimes I don't know how to work these images into it. Like sometimes I just filter through these to see what could happen. That looks kind of cool, but I'm still not feeling it. I'm gonna leave her out of it for a little bit. Let me see. I'm gonna see what I can do with these shorts, and this should be easy because the background is just white. Yeah, I got it selected. Feather it a little bit, smooth it. Okay, I got it. And then okay, so I'm gonna put this in here. Okay, so the shorts are in there, and I have this plugin called Eye Candy. I paid money for it. Oh, always remember to convert to smart image. But Yeah, I paid like, it was like $60, and because I couldn't find it anywhere to pirate it, and I felt like it was like needed, like I needed it for my artwork. And you know, if my artwork, if you see it and it has these kind of glows, or it has kind of like a drip, or if it has like a fire, honestly, like this is like really integral to my work, in my workflow. If you see it like a motion trail, this is integral to it. Oftentimes, like I use these effects, and then like whenever I combine it with like the different layering and blending options, it becomes perfect. Like I'm like, whoa. I'm like, there's just no way. You know, like it really just comes out perfectly to me sometimes. I like how that looks. It's just an outline. It adds like, it's just another part of the lines to me. It all comes together. And then sometimes I just throw the whole image in there. I'll see how it looks though, for the bikini atoll. I like that it's black and white as well. So it adds like it's just a different kind of color scheme to it. And I don't want it to be too powerful in the image. Yeah, I like it like that. It just adds like a little bit of a different color to it. I might take away and let me add a filter to it, like a glow of some sort. And yeah, I'm gonna make the glow really bright. Maybe not. Let's see though. Yeah, the glow wasn't a good idea for this instance, but I like it in there like that. I'm gonna leave it only at, you know, this is full opacity. I don't want it like that. Maybe half, and that looks cool. And then, okay, I have an idea for Jane now. I'm gonna bring her to the top for a second so she's easier to manipulate. And I'm gonna make her smaller. I'm gonna flip her so she's looking where like the soldier is looking, right? And then I'm gonna warp her kind of so she's like overlaid onto the soldier. I don't always do this perfectly either. None of this is really done that well or perfect, but yes, it's just kind of how it all comes together. Let me see first I'm just gonna make her warmer so she kind of matches the image more. Kind of did her dirty. I kind of messed her up. She's a very pretty woman, but the way I've distorted her a little bit, I don't know if that still holds true. But you know, that's our life. That's the life we live, I feel. You know, everything's always manipulating everything else, so you just don't know. You know, you don't know who might manipulate what. Or what might, you know, your grandma could be lying to you about her cancer, right? And, you know, you work tooth and nail at the grocery store to pay for her treatments, but really she just shaved her head. She's wearing a bald cap every time you go and visit her, you know? She's had stage 4 cancer for 5 years, you know. You don't want her to, you know, you want her to beat it, but you're kind of like, man, I don't want grandma to suffer much longer, but she's really lying, you know? Getting checks from the whole family. That's how grandma's doing it. That's how grandma's done it. But, you know, that's how it is. Let me see. I copy the image, Control J it. Maybe add some sort of filter here and see what can be done. Ooh, I like that. And then I'm gonna give it another blend option. So yeah, ooh, That goes crazy, crazy. Okay. That is very cool. I'm going to save the image. And yes, that is complete. The JPEG. That is my image. Thank you guys for watching.